Hello, this is Megan's Minutes. Today is March 18th, 2020. And today I just want to start to have a conversation with you about preparing your home as a learning environment during this time of what I'm now calling physical distancing. I was using the term social distancing, but I realized that we still have so many ways to connect socially via Skype or Zoom or just texting or FaceTime or whatever. And I hope that you are staying connected, probably more so with family and friends now that you have more time on your hands. So the social piece is still important, and I think that we should make sure that we're getting social time in, but it is important that we're physically distancing ourselves. So as you know, school closures are getting extended and we're setting in with this reality that our kids will be home and doing their learning here, I just want to start planting some seeds about ways to prepare your environment. So first, I want you to really recognize that the most important thing for your child's development in your environment is you. And so the more grounded and connected and attentive you are to your child, the more they will thrive. So if that's all you can do is just be there for your child and be attentive and connected, then it's enough. And that's just all you need to do. Presence really is the present here. So start with that, and if you would like to add some more things, then the next thing I would focus on is just finding a nice flow. We all really thrive with routine. Even if you like to be flexible and a little spontaneous, you know that routine really helps, and it is especially important for our children. So coming up with a flow or a rhythm of your day is very helpful. This is not the same as like a very rigid schedule. You know, I'm seeing a lot of things on social media that are like 8 o'clock language work and 9 o'clock math and 10 o'clock PE or whatever it is, and trying to mimic like a public school schedule. And I would not advise that. You're just going to feel frustrated, and your children will be less engaged than if you have like a more authentic and flexible rhythm and flow to your day. So in Montessori, we have what we call a 3-hour work cycle, which is really intended to be an uninterrupted block of time. And the reason that we have this is so that children can become fully engaged with something and stay with that engagement for as long as possible. Brain development is happening when there is concentration, and children are going to concentrate on the things that they're interested in. So if you think about the last time that you were in flow, if you were, making music or like working on a software program you were interested in or whatever your thing is, when you are in flow, you are completely concentrating, you're completely engaged, the rest of the world kind of disappears. There's no time, it's just all right there for you, and you are completely connected and aligned mentally, physically, spiritually. It's all there for you. And this is really what we want for our children as much as possible. That is like the biggest amount of growth or development that can take place, is if your child is concentrating and in flow. So in order to do that, we need to be able to allow them to have enough time to do that. You don't want your child to be completely engaged in something and then us come and interrupt them because it's now time for anything. If it's not crucial that we do this other thing, then it's much more beneficial to your child to let them continue to engage in what they are working on. So for your home schedule, our schedule at school for our morning work cycle is from 8:30 to 11:30. At home, it's going to be more like 9 or 9:30 to 12 or 12:30 because we're sleeping later, and we don't have to be anywhere that society wants us to be. So as long as the kids are going to bed at a decent hour, then I'm going to let them sleep until they wake up, and we will start our morning work cycle when we're up and ready to do so. So there's flexibility there, and I hope that you take advantage of this time where you have that flexibility, and you can really follow the children in that way. So for us, we'll do our morning routines of just like getting ready for the day. And then we'll have our morning work cycle, we'll have lunch, we'll go for a walk, we'll have a little downtime siesta, and then we'll have another afternoon work cycle before dinner and like our evening family time. So it's totally up to you, however you want to do it. Just if you can find some consistency so that your children know what to expect, then that's going to be the benefit. Within the morning work cycle, we're going to have lots of videos coming that I'll be posting that are going to give you ideas about things that you can have available during your like work cycle times. But just know that the most important thing is that they're concentrating and that they're interested in what they're learning. So if your child is really interested in games right now and decides that they want to make a game, and they start figuring out how to make the board and like how they're gonna make the pieces and like what the rules are, and all of these things are a much more authentic learning task than any sort of rigid lesson schedule that I could provide. They're going to hit probably all of those standards that you're really wanting them to meet in like a much more meaningful way, so that it's actually supporting their development even more. So as long as your child is concentrating and engaged, then we really don't want to interrupt that. Even if we've like put together this cool, like treasure hunt or whatever it is, and we were thinking we were going to start that around 11, if you go to, get your child to do this fun thing and they're completely immersed in, making this game, then that is what you should do. You can wait on your treasure hunt, let your children focus on what they're doing, and then you can invite them to do the treasure hunt later when they're no longer interested or kind of lost their steam with whatever they're working on. So I feel this is much more important to be aware of than anything that you're going to be thinking about like making available during these work cycles. The other thing that you can be thinking about as you get this, start getting this stuff set up, is just preparing your physical environment. So like today, the kids and I are going to be rearranging our family room because I want to make more space for us to be able to do like yoga videos or workouts or whatever, like be able to do physical activity in our space, which we don't have room for now. We're also going to be clearing off some shelves that we have a bunch of stuff on that we're not really using, that I can, be using those shelves for things that the kids will be needing for their schoolwork or for activities that I want to bring in to support their interests. So you can just start thinking about how to set up your physical space. Be working with your kids, have them help you move things around, start thinking about the things that you need, start observing your children, like what are they interested in, what do you think you could be kind of building on when it comes to their interests. And then I will be posting more videos about things that you can actually be bringing in as activities to support that are easy to put together at home, but these are kind of like the overarching things that we really want to be thinking about. One, that we are the most important thing and that we need to be really grounded and supportive at this time. Two, that we can find a natural flow and rhythm to our day that's flexible but kind of consistent so that the kids know what to expect. And three, to start setting up your physical space so that you are ready to be bringing in things coming up. Take your time. It's going to be an easeful time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Just a little bit every day will get you a long way. So I hope that you find that helpful. I did make a parent handbook for learning at home for my school that I will post in the description for this video, and also a video that I made a few years ago about just setting up your home as a Montessori environment that might support you during this time. And then if you could subscribe to this channel, then that way you'll be notified when I upload new videos, and that would be also really helpful so that I do less of kind of trying to track people down. Okay, that is it for today. I hope this is helpful, and I will see you next time. Thank you.